Great.
Okay,
Good.
so hi everyone, even though Janelle's currently having like resting angry at her computer face, we're in the
Hey,
process of fixing that,
I
which,
can hear you guys.
right, we're in the process of fixing that while we, because of course it happened right after I hit like the start on the stuff. So welcome everyone as we deal with tech kerfuffles because reasons. We're gonna do some introductions, and I feel like Mika hasn't gone first in a while. So Mika, why don't you tell us who you are and who you were playing today?
hi, I'm Mika. I do things. I am playing
Where
Lemon
is
Zest.
Mika? Because I only see Mick and Janelle and you. Oh, here we go.
What? Oh, no, I should be right there. Um, hey,
Mick,
I'm
I
I'm
think it's
Mika.
you and I. How's your day?
Maybe restart Adela. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, are you sure?
Because
I can
Mika's
I can see
talking.
y'all just fine.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see everyone except for
I can
Janelle.
see everybody.
Hooray, tech. Mika, sorry, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Mika. I'm a director over at Roll D5. Today I am playing Lemon Zest, who is a super graphic, ultra modern kobold, a warlock of Tiamat. Slightly against his will. He's doing it so that he can gain his inheritance. It's cool. It's fine. He's about to be killed right now. He's just going to use a Scottish accent today.
I don't know. I don't know why he would be killed right now. Could be anything about what happened at the end of last game, which we'll find out here in a
No.
moment.
No.
Mick, how's your day going?
My day's going pretty well.
Awesome. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing today?
My name is Mick, and I am playing Chris, the Drow Rogue. They like to steal stuff, but I don't think there's anything to steal where we are currently.
You never know. I guess you got to survive first, or at
I have
least
to
get away.
Mm-hmm.
And Adela, can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you and Mick just fine.
Okay.
100% perfectly.
Why don't you tell us who you
yeah.
are and who you're playing, and then go ahead and restart your call.
I will be doing that. I am playing Aster. She is a nature cleric. She's not hugely into the Hoard, but she has some friends. Her parents are really into it. And she's just a little bit along for the ride because she gets to get like cool herbs and spices along the way. So she's okay with all of this, but she's fiercely committed to her friends. So where they go, she goes.
Excellent. Well, while we're waiting for Janelle, I will say, hey, I'm Jeremy. There's Janelle. Oh, and okay, so hopefully Adela dropping out was on purpose. So I'm Jeremy. You can find me here and on the socials at WH Pubs. I'm playing all of the other characters that are not these four characters today. We'll talk about what that means here in just a moment. But Janelle,
Yes.
how are things?
Good.
Excellent.
Better.
Good. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing today?
Sure. I am Janelle, or Boss Jellybean all over the internet. And today I'm going to be playing Ashrin Lorelin. I guess she hasn't really been described in game yet, right? Because she's been invisible the whole time.
There was a third person explanation of what you look like from one of the little dust creatures.
Oh, okay.
You can absolutely. Why don't we do this when we get to your and Chris's actions? You can tell Chris what you look like.
Sure. Yeah, as she's coming out of invisibility,
right.
fight, I assume.
Unless you just stay invisible, and then we'll never
just
know.
The whole time. I just peace out.
Right.
Y'all have fun on your own. But yeah, she is. As of right now, everyone just knows that she is a follower of Tiamat, and she is an emissary for the Green Worm Speaker. I think she did mention that last time. So.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like we could play along, keep playing along with this invisibility thing where you just convince them that they're haunted. You just have to do performance checks or maybe deception or something.
That would be pretty funny.
You know, when you have to end the spell or whatever, you just leave the room. Oh, her spirit must have gone elsewhere. Anyway, so at the end of last game, you had all been led. Well, everyone except for Ashrin had been led to what you thought was going to be the lair of the brown dragon Tyrannaxis. You were heading here at the behest of, well, you'd been suggested by Aster's mother to come here and try and get Tyrannaxis to pay some kind of tithe or give some kind of donation to the ever-growing hoard that you were working on building in order to bring back Tiamat from her what's the word I want to use here? She's been sent elsewhere. You want to bring her back to this plane. And so, being sent into the desert of the plane of purple dust, you had found these little dust creatures that were like, oh yeah, we know where the dragon is. And you believed them, and so you followed them. And Chris fell down a hole, which led to a chute, dumping them into what looks like a large collapsed cavern. The ceiling is open to the sky, but remnants of the cavern ceiling lay strewn across the floor, as well as some various bones, including that of 2 dragons, but also several humanoids and other animal carcasses and such. Shortly thereafter, the others had made it to the edge of the collapsed area, looking down, could see what was going on. Weren't able to see Chris yet, but Ashrin had already been there for a couple of days, also having fallen into this trap by these little dust creatures, and found out that there is something living in here, something that does not appear to be quite visible, but seems to hunt whatever is put into here, and the little dust creatures like to throw creatures in here and see what happens. And so, just at the end of our last episode, poor Lemon Zest had been blown off the edge by a fan that one of the dust creatures has, falling into the pit. Apparently the only one visible or not able to hide. It drew the attention of this somewhat airy creature. Just kind of looked like a disturbance in the air rather than you being able to see its actual form. And I believed we ended the episode with the phrase roll for initiative. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now.
Ouch.
Let me know what you get.
That is a 9.
A 9.
Nat 20.
Excellent.
Which I needed because I have a +0 to initiative.
All right, Lemon Zest, you got a 9.
I got a 14. It sucks considering that I have a +3 to Dex.
All right, so I'd add sure. With a nat 20. Not a 10. Come on, figures. Okay. So, Astor, with your 21, you had just summoned a spiky thicket in front of you to kind of give yourself some cover from some of these dust creatures, which not quite showing you violence. Hello! Hi, Celeste. You haven't been attacked by them, but they did, try to blow you into the pit. And therefore, as they ran away from what was going on, they essentially blew Lemon Zest into the pit. started to run away, you did take a swipe at the larger one that's kind of been ordering the other ones around. You don't see any sign of Chris, and you did see... I feel like from your vantage point, you might just be able to see where Lemon Zest landed as he's kind of standing and dusting himself off. In the pit, you do see what looks like dust and debris kind of kicking up and floating around, kind of spitting off in different directions rather violently. And it seems to be moving towards Lemon Zest. What would you like to do?
You know, that seems bad, just in general.
Should be.
Bad things just in general happening. So, the center of the storm, I think I am going to cast, let's do Lightning Rod.
Lightning Rod? I don't know what that is.
Don't
Ooh.
Yeah.
Don't hold my tummy.
Okay.
Hey, Mom.
Dexterity save. 13. I don't know if that's going to do anything to something that's basically invisible. It's okay, sweetie.
Lightning rod.
Sorry, I'm not looking here. Set your weapon into the air and call down a bolt of lightning into it. You take 1d6 lightning damage. Oh, so it won't hit anything because there's nothing within 10 feet of you. But you will take
Good
damage.
to know because I've never used that before.
I've
It
never
obviously is
seen
a
that
bad
before.
call.
I'm not even sure where that came from.
I want to say it was an option.
I mean, it's in
I
here.
have it in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never seen anyone
Yeah.
use that one before. It's probably
know what, if
taking the
anything-
damage.
That's okay. That's okay. It's a scare tactic. Don't worry about it.
So you want to go ahead and do that and just like have the lightning arc around as you glare at these little dust creatures?
Yeah, just if anything, I imagine that the lightning would have enough light to be able to see what's going on in this area. And yeah, it'll just come down and make a bunch of racket. And then I'll let out a fume, but I'm going to have it where it doesn't come from me. It's going to sound like our dragon that we know and have it come from a different location, let's say to the southwest
Gotcha.
of the map, to kind of take attention away from where I think I know everyone is.
Gotcha. So you are going to take 2 damage as you throw it up. Lightning comes down from the sky, hits your weapon as you hold it aloft, and from there lightning arcs around and strikes the thicket next to you in the ground, and you see the little dust creatures kind of shrink back. They're at the edges of it, and it definitely makes a display. I'm going to have you do you can either do performance or you can do deception. Either one. Just let me know what you get. As you're trying to... Well, a 9 is probably not the best outcome. The little dust creatures are not super about it whatsoever. They definitely look a little put off, but it doesn't seem to really done anything as far as what's down in the pit. It doesn't seem to catch its attention, but it's really hard to tell because it's a mostly invisible creature. Do you want to stay where you are?
Yeah. I'll stay where I'm at.
All right. So Ashran, down in the pit, you hear thunder as this kind of light display. You don't see the lightning itself, but it definitely flashes from above. You hear the roar of a dragon that you can't see. but you do notice that that whirling vortex that has been stalking you for the last couple of days seems to have been attracted by this kobold that just landed here rather unceremoniously, kind of like what happened to you in your group last a couple days ago.
Okay.
What do you do?
I believe last episode when this happened, Chris had said something to the effect of like that was one of his friends or something. So I think Ashrin's gonna kind of like cuss a bit under her breath and come out of her invisibility and is gonna cast Bless on the people that she can see.
Okay.
So I think that's Chris and Lemon Zest. Do I see Aster, or are they still up on the...
You do not.
Okay. Then I would just cast it on myself, Lemon Zest, and Chris. I'll go ahead and put that in there. And then as she like comes out of her invisibility, you all see this elven woman with like very white stone gray skin, and she's like wearing this black spiked armor that has acid green tips on like all the spikes, and then she has a headpiece that has like a neon purple sides and then acid green top to the helmet. And right before like she puts the faceplate down, you would see that she has these very bright green reptilian eyes, and she holds a weapon that is a double-sided halberd, and she sort of like flips it around in the air and like gets ready to like attack on her next turn.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Lemon Zest, you're not really sure why, but you all of a sudden feel empowered. There were some words kind of off to the side that maybe had done it, just to be aware of. And Chris, you know the source of it. However, up above, the dust creatures, it is actually their turn. The one that you've kind of been talking to, that speaks broken common, continues to run away from you, Aster. Going around this rocky outcrop, you lose sight of him. These two, however, that are off kind of to the south of you, they look at you and they're eyeing your weapon, which still kind of crackles with lightning. There's some like lightning dancing over your skin and your eyes, and they are going to hold their ground, but they're essentially dodging. They are not going to run away from you. This fellow heads this direction. He is absolutely not having it with your pickle thicket or your lightning. Does not like you. That brings us to Chris. Down in the pit, you see Lemon Zest has landed, and you see this vortex heading towards him. What do you do?
I'm just gonna say Lemon Zest over here, and then I will, I guess, ready an action in case the vortex comes over in my general direction.
Okay. Do you what action are you readying? Do you want to attack it if it gets within melee?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Lemon Zest is not quite your turn, but I need you to do me a favor. Go ahead and roll. Oh, I closed a window. Sorry, hang on one second. I'm going to have you roll a die.
Okay.
I believe it is a D8. Nope, it's a D10. I lied.
Okay. Stop lying to me. That's a 5.
A 5. As it rushes towards you, it gets to where it has essentially stopped, and then you see it just come to like a slow, graceful, floating stop right there, and just kind of hovers there. What do you do?
Okay, what's saying? It's the swirling vortex. Just
Yeah. You can see this token, correct?
yes.
Okay. Yeah, it is. It stops right there and just kind of hovers there. Seems like you had gotten its attention, but then it just halted for some reason.
Ugh, my head's mince. I don't know what.
I get on Lemon Blossom whenever I do. Oh, I can't.
I can't. Where's Lemon Blossom when I need him? Why, Tiamat? Why have you done this to me?
I feel like you hear like a slight chuckle.
Lend me your power, Tiamat. Well, first. Hello? What are you?
As you kind of call out to it, you notice there are some bits of bone, some dust, some debris, some chunks of rock that are just kind of swirling slowly within it. It's the only real signs that you can see that it's something is there. It doesn't do anything.
What are you here for? Are you trying to kill me?
Make a perception check.
Okay, not my strong suit. Oh, that's a 16.
Not bad. You do notice doesn't seem to have any face that you can glean any kind of like insight off of, and it doesn't respond to you and with a voice. But you do notice that there are chunks of broken weapons, bone, maybe flesh, just kind of strewn around the area. How you want to take that is completely up to you, though.
I'm thinking maybe people have tried attacking you before talking to you. I'm gonna walk towards you real slow. Here are my hands. And Lemon Zest is gonna walk up.
Okay. How close to it? You started off about 15 feet from it, or 20 feet.
I think I'm just gonna go. I don't know, like there, so I'm like 10 feet away.
Thanks for the gift sub, Stacy. That's awesome. As you come within 10 feet of it, you can hear it. It's just this like very gentle wind that seems to be blowing around in this vortex. Doesn't do anything.
It's not making any noise.
You can hear it
'Cause
the wind, but other than that,
Okay, because I do believe I still have comprehend languages on.
okay, good to know.
I don't know what to do. That's not gonna work. I'm gonna step a little closer.
Okay.
5 feet away.
And also never hesitate about taking the dog's action.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Okay. All right.
Oh, was that my turn? That was my turn. Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot of talking and kind of creeping close and then dodging. I feel like that Is there anything else that you wanted to
I'd
express
like to roll
to it?
investigation to see if I can. I guess you already told me what's around it.
Yeah, we got that with the perception check.
Okay. With the perception, do I feel like I'm in any danger?
So you just got, I'm just going to throw this out there. You just got blown off a cliff by
Yeah.
some little creatures. There are
Yeah.
bits of creatures kind of spread, like dead creatures spread
Okay,
around
that
here.
was a dumb question. I get it. All right.
You don't feel safe. Whether or not you feel actively pursued.
Do I feel antagonism from this swirly swirl?
I'll give you an insight check at disadvantage since you can't actually see anything about it.
Oh, it's at -1. That's the first one, and then the second one. Oh, that's a 1.
You know, that 18 almost would have had something for you, but a 1 is going to get you pretty much what you gleaned so far.
Ugh, I've conked my head.
So as Lemon Zest moves forward, hoping to not be destroyed by whatever this is, Aster, up on top, you are doing what?
I am trying to find a way down where I don't hurt myself. I have a rope, so I'm going to tie it to the very bottom of my thicket, which I have full faith is going to carry my weight,
Sure.
and throw the rope down and scurry myself down the rope.
All right. Yeah, we'll call that your action, and then climbing is half of your movement. So essentially, we'd have
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get to the base with your action and your movement.
Fabulous. And that's it.
Perfect. Ashran, you see this kobold stepping towards the vortex.
Yeah, got it.
Like it.
Kobold with a death witch.
Right.
Watching it from.
As you saw it kind of like move forward, you were like, oh, he's toast. And then it stops and you're like, okay, it's doing this again. It's been erratic for the last few days.
Okay.
Again.
It hasn't really done this a whole bunch where it just like will be rushing to do something or attack something and then just stop. But you have seen it like where it moves pretty violently around the area and then just will stop for however long, like untold amounts of time. It'll just like, it seems random.
Just for like background's sake,
Mhm.
if hypothetically, we'll say like in the past couple days while I've been like doing this hiding around dance, if I had thrown like a rock from the shadows at it during this time, is there any reaction to that?
It's
when
been
it's in like this like stasis?
It seems like it's been random whether or not it
Interesting,
reacts or
okay.
not. Sometimes it will.
Okay.
It'll like go over and like you see the rock swirl up within it and then it just kind of like it gets ejected out. But for the most part, you're not.
And how long does it usually last, or is that also erratic?
It's been completely erratic, yeah, and it's one of those situations where you haven't really been able to glean any kind of insight into the chaotic nature of this thing.
Okay. I don't know. I'm so stumped on this. She is going to look over to Chris and be like, does your friend have a death wish? What is he doing? And is gonna run forward.
Gotcha.
How far can I get? I can get. Okay, so I can only get to like here. So I'm gonna use my full movement to run forward, and then I'll activate. What doesn't have concentration? Because I currently have Bless up. Oh, nice. I'll do Armor of Agathis.
Okay. What's your passive perception?
My passive is not good. It's 11.
That's what I was aiming for, actually. So, because she is a bright red tiefling, you do notice there is another person that is standing over here as you move
Okay.
away. You couldn't see them because of the outcropping here, but as you run towards this kobold, you do see kind of like stepping off of the wall there from a rope is a tiefling that seems to be interested in what's going on.
Okay.
Can you move your token, or do you need me to move?
It looks like I can't select them, so
Weird.
I will have her go to right there. Perfect.
Perfect. We'll figure that
Yeah.
out as... Oh, no, because... Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, as I activate Armor of Agathis, you guys all see the armor that I'm wearing kind of crystallizes with frost.
Nice.
That is active.
Chris, you notice that there is some dust that kind of filters down, little bits of rock. You glance up and you see one of those dust creatures has poked its head over and is just staring intently at what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like kind of glancing around, you would also see the larger one. He's over here and is watching not so much what's going on out here, but is glaring down at you can barely see Aster as she is stepped off the rope.
Mm-hmm.
Unbeknownst to either of you or to any of you, these two also move up and are watching what's going on over here with Lemon Zest. Chris, what do you do?
Let's see. Well, the creature hasn't attacked, so I guess I'm not gonna do anything. Can I switch to my bow?
Can. Yep.
I don't know if I can switch weapons and also attack on the same turn.
Yeah, for this one, so I usually let you do drawing a weapon as an interact, as long as it's not in a bag, but your bow's usually slung over your shoulder or on your back or whatever, and
Right.
so it's easy enough for you just to pull that around and take a shot. So yeah, if you want to attack, you absolutely can.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Can I shoot this guy right here?
He does have some cover, but yes, you can.
All right. Well, I will take a shot.
Okay.
And hopefully hit. Oh, no sneak attack.
The 24 absolutely hits.
Okay.
I am going to say that you actually have an advantage because he doesn't know you're there. So
Okay.
you will get the sneak attack on that.
Nice.
Oh.
So that's a total of 14. You hear this shrill cry as your arrow pierces it. You can't really see where it hit, but it definitely seems upset about it.
Mhm.
Is there anything else you want to do?
No. I think I'm good.
Okay. So everyone hears a high-pitched shriek as this creature gets hit. Chris, I'm going to have you roll a d10 for me.
Okie dokie. D10. I got a 7.
A 7. Just got to double check something real quick. I apologize. Ashran, as you're moving towards this creature and this kobold, you notice the kobold kind of has its hands out, it's talking kind of maybe gently, like it's trying to be nice to whatever this vortex is. And you notice as the vortex begins to violently start to kick up dust, you see bits of bone being churned out of the sand, this all whips forward towards the kobold.
Oh, what?
Does a 21 hit you?
Barely.
Okay, I gotta check.
And by barely, I mean by 5. Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. Bits of sand sting your eyes as bone shards and rocks bludgeon into you.
I'm already only at 25 hit points. That's cool, because in this moment, I'm using my reaction. Say, praise Tiamat! And cast Hellish Rebuke
Oh,
at
nice.
2nd level.
So, as you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage,
Oh god.
it needs to do a dex save.
Yes, dex save of 13.
Wow, that is a... Even with its bonus, it's going to fail very badly.
Yes, so it takes... it's 2nd level, 3d10.
Nice.
Please be... Oh, it's not bad. It's 19 damage.
Excellent. Tell me what this Hellish Rebuke from Tiamat looks like.
As Lemon Zest gets hit, I think like around this thing, like 5 dragon heads, fiery dragon heads come and like form a cage and then go all in fire from above.
Nice. I like it. You notice that its fire enters into this vortex and seems to like swirl around, scorching not only the bits of sand and debris that are in it, but also you can hear the wind kind of almost like it moans.
Oh,
yes.
I took the dodge action. Does that help at all?
Oh, it might. Let's
Now it's
find out.
attacked.
So I will say, if it doesn't hit you, you also will not Hellish Rebuke it.
That's fine.
Okay, so all of that happens in your mind as you were expecting to be hit, because I'm pretty sure 7 is going to miss you.
Yes.
As you open your eyes, you look around, tense and there's just this angry vortex that seems to be whirling around you, completely missed. So take your spell slot back.
Thank you, Tiamat.
There's a sense of gratification that fills you as it is your turn.
Ugh, you idiot. You shouldn't have attacked. I'm within its striking range, aren't I?
You are.
So if I try to move back, it gets an opportunity attack. Oh, that sucks.
You can disengage. But it is
that's
your
an action, though,
it is
isn't
your action,
it?
yep.
Boo. Then what can I do as my... I don't really have much I can do as a bonus. Oh. I got it. Okay. So, I see Ashrin. I'm going to disengage. And then for my bonus action, do Draconic Cry.
Nice.
So each enemy within 10 feet of me until the start of my next turn, my allies and I have advantage on attack rolls against the enemy that can hear me.
So Ashrin, from this... Oh, go ahead.
No, that's it. Now I'm moving, over here. Let me measure. So yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, so Ashrin, as you're heading over to save this kobold, it all of a sudden lets out this horrendous cry. You've never heard a kobold make this noise before. It almost sounds like a full-grown dragon. You're not sure where this came from. And then it runs away from the vortex and
so I've got partial cover now.
Way over there. All right.
He's just the small guy, just running his little heart out, and it's a little sad.
It seems to have shook the vortex a little. And Aster, it is your turn.
Oh boy. So let's see. Who can I see right now? Was I able to see what happened?
You can, yeah, you can see everything that's happened. The only ones that you can't see this dust fellow or the two that were kind of like glaring at you. You can just barely make out the bigger one. He has some cover from you, but he's kind of watching what's going on. Otherwise,
Okay.
you can see, you saw where Lemon Zest ran. You can't see Lemon Zest right now. And you can kind of see Chris.
Okay. I am going to just try and book it to Chris because I can see Chris. Kind of
Yep.
see Chris.
Yeah, you can totally make it over to Chris.
I'm gonna do that.
So that'd be your movement, and you would still have an action.
And with my action, gosh. And the vortex, like, does it look like a vortex still?
It does. It's
Or is
hard
it
to
like-
see. It's not like a, doesn't look like a tornado, but it does look like there are bits of bone and debris that have been picked up by it, and it's just kind of
Okay.
like moving around. Sometimes they get tossed out. Sometimes new pieces get picked up.
I think right now I want to be a little more hidden instead of creating some more havoc. So I'm just gonna run toward Chris and just let out another like dragon thume in a different direction, away from Lemon Zest, away from where I see Chris, and away from where I'm running, to use as kind of like a cover. So I'm gonna let out a huge dragon thume, maybe
have
up north.
Do a deception check for me.
Let's find out. Hey!
Nice. I'm
That's
looking
a
at
good
this
one.
die. I'm trying to figure out if I just rolled a nat 1 or not. Oh, no, that's a 7. Okay. Still, I'm not going to reach your deception check there. It does not appear that it's looking at you, but it's really hard to say.
Okay.
All right.
I'm just going to try and keep it on the down low just to get over to Chris, because all of this, I have no idea what's going on. Like, what the actual...
Totally. All right, so Ashran, you were running over to help this kobold, who then let out this horrendous shriek, this powerful dragon cry, and then ran away and left you standing in the middle of everything, completely visible. What would you like to do?
Can I tell that that the dragon cry like gave me, like, did it like stun this creature in a way, or like how does the like me gaining advantage work? Is it something that's affecting me or affecting it?
I feel like maybe the sound hit it, and you notice bits of it have kind of started shaking a little more violently. It's a little more obvious where it is.
Okay, seeing like a weakness in it, and having run from this thing for the past couple days, Ashran is gonna kind of like take a run and then a jump towards it with her halberd and just like go to town hitting this thing. And when she brings up her weapon in the air, you guys all see kind of like a spectral acid coats the blade, or sorry, a spectral poison coats the blade as she brings it down. That's what her divine smite looks like.
Nice.
For green dragons.
Right.
And so I get to make 3 attacks with my bonus action. So 1, 2, and then the bonus attack. And then on whichever one of those hits first, we'll get the divine smite.
Okay. Mika, just real quick, your kind of cry, is it every attack or just their first attack? Just to clarify. Because it'll matter, I think.
Attack rolls. All attack rolls.
Perfect.
Oh, and then
Alright.
technically I have blessed, so all these get a D4 too. So
Go ahead and roll the d4 for that
Uh,
third bonus attack. It's the only one that misses.
I got a 4. So that would
That'll
make
make
it
it
a
hit.
17.
All right, so on that
Nice.
18, go ahead and roll your divine smite.
I did. I got a 7 for it.
Oh, I see it. Okay, so it's 7 radiant.
7 radiant, 6 slashing, 9 slashing, and then another 7 slashing.
Important to know, what
math.
kind of weapon are you using? Is it a standard weapon or is it a magical weapon?
It's probably standard.
Okay,
I assume.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I have to math here real quick. Hang on.
Sure.
That is 10.
No, if Tiamat gave it to you,
You're
I
right.
feel like it's probably like silvered or something.
I mean, if our DM wants to be benevolent, but
Okay, so as your blade, the bladed part especially, slides into this vortex, you notice that divine light just kind of hits it and then like refracts through it, almost like it's burning away bits of it. And then you just kind of keep twirling it around and cutting away. You notice, even though you can't really see them like you would expect to, you see like little almost motes of heat wave kind of fall off and dissipate.
okay.
Anything else? I assume so. That's your action. Did you have a bonus action? Oh, welcome back. You're frozen. Maybe.
Nope. I see Janelle moving. Oh, I see Janelle
You,
Now-
you guys all disappeared and then came
Yay.
back. That was super weird.
So, so you got your movement and your action. Is there anything else that you wanted to do? Any bonus action?
My bonus action was the divine smite.
Right.
So that is my full accoutrement.
So, quick important question. Now, can you move your token?
I can. So I would have moved it all the way up to
Awesome.
this guy.
I just need to make sure that
Actually,
carries
what is
through.
my reach with my halberd? Hold on.
Oh, it should be 10
Maybe.
feet, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I'm here.
You didn't run up in its grill? What?
I'm keeping a little bit of a distance between me and the death tornado.
So Chris and Aster, you can some dust kind of rains down on you as the one that just got shot backs away, like kind of scurries away, pushing debris back at you. You lose sight of it. You hear the larger one who speaks common kind of call out. He's like, "Oh, no, don't hurt! Oh, no, that's not good." And it's gonna move over here. Chris, you can see the larger one that has moved over onto this ledge. You can see this thing that Ashran is engaged. Well, went up and attacked, is not engaged with. You can kind of see Lemon Zest, and Aster is next to you. What would you like to do?
Suppose I should help with the big thing. I will use my cunning action to dash.
Okay.
And then I will attack.
Excellent.
Because I get tried to blast Lemon Zest, right?
Yeah, you get the feeling that whatever this other cultist that is just randomly here did has bolstered both you and Lemon Zest. Not so much Aster. Aster wasn't within line of sight. I will say, just in case it changes what you do, Ashran is not engaged, and therefore you won't get sneak attack.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
Okay, I just want to make sure you knew that before. Vertical.
It was a terrible crit, but a crit nonetheless. I guess it wasn't that bad.
All right, so you slice into it with your short sword. Again, you can, similar to what Ashran saw, you can, even though you can't see like flesh or whatever, you notice like little vapors kind of trail off and disappear from where you have hit it. Anything else?
No.
All right, this go around, I'm gonna have Janelle roll a d10 for me.
Okay, kind of sus.
Should be fine.
9?
9. Okay. So Chris, you don't see any signs of it like turning towards you, but more like the bits and pieces that are floating within it kind of coalesce in a manner that it almost seems like it's focusing on you instead of like with purpose now, instead of just kind of hanging out. It is going to move bits of itself around you, and like parts begin to smash into you. Just real quick, there's no reason that this has disadvantage on you, right? I'm not forgetting anything this time, right?
Don't think so.
Okay. So that's gonna be a 19 to hit.
That hits me for sure.
Okay. Oh, well, that's only 5 bludgeoning damage as like a skull of like a broken human skull kind of like smashes into your head, and you feel a little, you're not dazed, but like it kind of stunning for a second there. And then it is Lemon Zest's turn.
Excellent. Let me just... I'm going to move forward 5 feet so I can do this. I am casting at 2nd level Tasha's Caustic Brew. So a stream of acid emanates from you in a line 30 feet long and 5 feet wide in a direction you choose. Each creature in the line must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or be covered in acid for the spell's duration, or until the creature uses its action to scrape or wash the acid off itself or another creature. Oh shoot, I just realized there's... If it succeeds, it does nothing. In that case... Well, shoot. That's very unfortunate.
Delivering that pupper treat while you're thinking about it.
I mean, it is concentration, so I can just keep doing it. So yeah, Tasha's Caustic Brew. Go ahead and roll that dex save throw for me.
That was a natural 20. I very rarely get to use natural 20 for the rolls I do.
So that's no damage. You can ignore that.
Okay. So as the line of acid kind of spews towards it, it's almost like the windy nature of it alters its trajectory and just completely misses.
Gosh, frustrated. I'm going to get within 10 feet of it.
Okay.
15. About there. And I'm just going to use Draconic Cry again. And then I'm pretty sure that used up all of my movement. So this little fella, little red kobold, just opens his mouth and just emits this loud draconic cry to shake up the air elemental once again.
Okay. Is that a bonus action?
Yes.
That's nice. Okay. All right, so that should bring us back around to the top of the turn. And Aster, what do you do?
Alrighty. Well, I mean, everybody is fighting the big bad. So I think I'd like to head over there myself, close but not too close. And let's see if I can move my guy. And then I think I'm going to wield a sacred flame over to it and see if it'll do anything to the air that it's creating.
So as your sacred flambe ignites, light streams down from above it, you do see as like bits of it seem to kind of evaporate away as it takes that radiant damage.
Don't forget advantage.
No, not for me.
Yeah,
because I don't.
Oh,
have
for
any.
Sacred Flame.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so you have sacred flambéed it. Anything else?
And I'm going to again do a Thume from far away and see if I can't get these other guys kind of upset. Would I know enough of their language from listening to them?
Hasn't been that long.
It hasn't been that long?
No. It seems like they've all fled except for the big one.
Okay.
You don't see. They're actually. I'll just delete them so you can't see them. There we go.
Okay. Then I'm going to change the noise. Instead of a large dragon, we're going to turn around and have it be something really bizarre. Let's turn it into... Oh my god, I can't have like little itty bitty child humor. I can't. I do, and I can't. Like, it's just in my mind, and I guess I can't say it out loud. Okay, we're gonna turn it into what sounds like a flood coming from the northwest side of this.
Go ahead and do a deception check for me.
Okay. We're going to try and keep up that deception of just crazy shenanigans going on. As if this whole place is going to be flooded out any second. Oh my gosh.
I'm going to have Ashrin and Chris roll... Chris, you can do so at advantage, but go ahead and do insight checks. Okay. Ashrin, you're not looking at Aster as this happens, and you don't know. Yeah, Ashrin, you hear this water coming from somewhere. It seems like it's broken through on the far side of the pit. So Mick, with the 12, you do hear it, and there's a moment in your gut where you're like, oh, well, that's probably. Oh, wait, that's just Aster doing the distraction thing. Ashrin, you hear this water. What do? You don't see anything.
I just hear water somewhere.
Yeah, it's almost like rushing like water has like broken through the wall on the other side.
Okay, I guess I like take a second to look around.
You don't see any signs of it.
All right, then I'm probably just gonna keep. Okay, so when I hit it with my weapon, did it seem like it wasn't as effective when the divine smite was gone?
Correct.
Okay. Well, that's a problem since I'm out of spell slots.
Oh no!
Well, I am going to
while you're thinking about that, I'm just going to have Adela mute real quick.
Sorry.
Decisions.
Okay, I'm going to use Conquering Presence. So you guys
Ooh.
see that there's like a green energy that kind of exudes from Ashrin. And there's like the low rumble of like a dragon emanating from her, and the elemental has to make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature becomes frightened of you for 1 minute. Frightened creature can repeat this saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on a success. And the DC for that is 13.
It's a wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
Got a 1.
Hey, it's scared of me. It can't come near me. It's got to use its action to go away, right?
Is in the description, does it say that it must flee, or is it just frightened of you?
No, just frightened.
Okay.
Frightened.
So yeah, it doesn't need to flee, but it
Okay.
has disadvantage on anything as long as you are within sight of it.
And it can't move towards me, right?
Correct. It can't move towards you.
Okay.
I need a good fear. We'll give Drippy Eye. Drippy Eye is feared. Okay.
That seems good. Yeah, and that's my action.
Okay.
And then I don't think I have really any bonus actions, because my attack bonus action, I believe I have to make an attack first to be able to use it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that is my turn. I'll step forward into flanking with it.
Okay.
So that other people get advantage. All right, and that's my turn.
All right. This guy has had it. You hear Lemon Zest. You hear him call you a bunch of no fun ingrates in whatever language it speaks. That kind of like gravelly shale sliding against like itself, and it is going to flee. It's going to delete it.
Oh, interesting.
Doesn't like what's going on. The other ones are already gone. I'm going to just remove them from here and have Chris go next.
Okay, and I will attack, and I will get sneak attack this time.
You
For now.
will. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
And I think you have advantage due to the draconic cry, don't you?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That will absolutely hit.
Nice.
All right, so as you carve into it, that skull that hits you, actually, like, you kind of aim for it, and you slice into it and manage to, like, rip the skull part off. You see vapors kind of disappear as the skull rolls away from this creature. Anything else?
No, that is all I will do for now.
All right. Who hasn't rolled for the creature yet? Adela? I don't think you have. Adela, roll a d10 for me. A 6. Chris, as you carve this bit away, you notice that the kind of violent movements that it's doing just kind of cease for a moment, and there's just this gentle breeze that seems to be blowing in front of you.
Okay, well, that's good, I hope.
Lemon Zest. What do you do?
All right, I'm going to keep it simple, and I am going to Eldritch Blast the heck out of this. Oh my god. is... Oh, did it show up on your end? It didn't show up on my end. What I got?
I got a 12, but you need to roll bless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get an additional D4.
Oh, bless.
Which will not make
Plus
the
a
difference. Sorry.
Okay.
You kind of had a 50-50 chance with that one. I was going to... And one just didn't cut it. Sorry.
Just gonna go back here and go back for partial cover.
Gotcha. As you take the shot...
You have this. You've got this.
What did we decide your Eldritch Blasts look like? Like they're like dragon heads on the front of energy. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. So like the dragon like tears out of your hand and shoots towards it, and you're expecting it to be like kind of like violently moving around like it was, and like all of a sudden it's just stopped, and you're like, oh, and you miss. You just kind of don't quite aim correctly, and it goes a little wide. No bonus actions or anything.
Nope, I'm out of bonus actions.
Okay.
I'm so excited for next level because I'll get 2 Eldritch Blasts, and I'm probably going to take a feat that gives me something to do with a bonus action.
I like it. Aster, this thing has like stopped moving, and you're not really sure what's going on with it. You saw Lemon Zest miss with his attack, and then cursed and ran back and hid.
Aster is, because she doesn't know if it's like down or if it's fine or what, we're gonna sacred flame that area that she believes it's sitting in.
Okay. Apparently all my good dice stopped rolling.
Oh, no.
So it is going to take that damage. Anything else?
And Aster's is just gonna say, hi everybody. How's it
Fair.
going?
Yeah, Ashrin, the tiefling that you saw has moved forward and says hello.
I'm like, who are you? Your outfit is fantastic.
I love your style. Does Ashrin say anything back, or holding off till not during combat? Ashrin, can you hear me?
Oh, I can.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why does the tech not like this show? I don't understand.
Hey, sorry. Now I can hear you guys. Everyone disappeared again. I
So,
don't know why this keeps happening.
so did you hear Aster say hi?
No, shoot.
Aw.
So yeah, Aster's just coming up like, hi you guys. And who are you?
It complimented
I'm
your
Aster. I
wardrobe.
love your outfit.
Ashrin like looks over at you like strangely, like we're in the middle of combat and we're complimenting clothes. Thank you. And then she's just going to attack the elemental again.
Okay.
And yeah, the only thing I have is like my regular weapon, so hopefully it does something. So that is going to be another 2 of these, and then another bonus action attack. And then I need to do bless for the last one. Or the last 2.
You can on the last one, but it won't matter.
Oh, okay.
Because bless is D4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, you can't make
Okay,
it.
no worries then.
Okay.
No worries.
Great roll on that second one though. The 14 slashing. Woohoo!
So that is a 19 slashing total.
Nice.
As she just kind of goes to
Nice.
town on this, and then I think she just kind of looks back at Aster and yells, "I'm Ashrin, another faithful of Tiamat."
Perfect.
I feel like Aster, if it sounds too like faithful, Aster's gonna be like, okay, cool.
You're pretty. Ashwin's pretty devout, right? Like it's a pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're a paladin, so I feel like there's a a strong sense that you get there, Aster.
I think I'm the only one in this group who wasn't like born into the cult. Like I joined the cult.
Totally fair. Totally fair. Chris, you hear this dialogue going on. You do notice that the stranger managed to get a couple hits in. What do you do?
I'm just gonna look at Aster and say, here to join us. Yeah.
You can actually see Aster like pretty clearly. There's just like a little bit of debris floating around in this like slightly warbled air in front of you, but you can see Aster pretty clearly on the other side of it.
Yeah. And I'm gonna swing again.
Okay. No advantage on this one, but you do get sneak attack. Excuse me, sorry.
Hopefully it'll go down soon. I don't think that's a hit, so...
You are blessed, though.
Oh, right.
You got a 50-50 chance here. Yes! That's the one you needed. Alright, so your sneak attack and piercing does 15 total. Excellent. You've definitely noticed that the debris that's being caught up by this has weakened. It doesn't seem to be picking up as much dust and bone chips and like bits of armor and things. It seems to be getting thinner.
Okay, well, I take that as a good sign.
On its turn, I'm going to have Mick roll a d10 for me.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I got a 1.
A 1. All right, do me another favor and roll a d8.
Okay, I got a 4.
All right. Whatever you did appears to have freaked it out or something, because it is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It just like comes up here, and you can actually kind of see it. It seems to almost like break against the wall like a wave. You can see the bits inside of it kind of rush up against the wall. As it stops there, both of you get attacks of opportunity if you want to take them.
Okay, I will take the attack of opportunity.
I guess both of you, I should have said Ashran and Chris.
Got it.
Oh,
Holy
Oh, shit.
moly.
Why did it come towards me?
Critical.
That will be... let me add my bless to that. Oh no, 14. So I couldn't get it with bless anyways, because the most I could get was 14.
Gotcha.
Can I use my Oh no, never mind. I already used Channel Divinity. Never mind. Guided Strike. I can't use
Gotcha.
it. Continue.
So let's see, we got 17 plus 6 is 23. Excuse me. The coughs are trying to sneak in. Lemon Zest, even though you can't see it very clearly, you do see the creature. It moves up. You think it's rushing towards you at first until it kind of like just runs into the wall around the corner from you. The wind sound that it makes is very faint, and you can see little bits of it kind of floating around, but it seems almost insubstantial at this point. What would you like to do?
Attack it. I'm not going to make the same mistake as last time. Gonna move over here. Eldritch Blast. Okay, Eldritch Blast, please don't let me down. Yes.
That'll absolutely
So
hit.
23 to hit. Yes, 11 damage.
So you see as your Eldritch Blast just tears a hole through this thing, and you almost think it's gone, except for you can see just like little bits of dirt and bone. There's like a piece of a leather pauldron is the word I'm looking for, just kind of like half-heartedly kind of skipping across the ground in a circle. It's still there, but it's almost completely dispersed.
Dang it. I wish... If I defeat an enemy, I get 6 temp HP.
Warlocks,
I'm
right?
glad they... I'm glad they updated in 2024 Fiend Warlock, because then it's anyone on my team who kills it.
Yeah, that's definitely an upgrade. I ran Adventurers League for several years, and I can't tell you the arguments that happened from, you should have let me kill that!
It's fine. I'll be fine. I can take a short rest. And I mean, I'm still pretty good on my HP, actually, so...
So, Aster, you're looking over at this thing, still moving just barely. What do you do? You're muted.
Oh boy, this thing. I'm gonna go up and hit it with the mace because my spell slots are done. So let's do that.
You got this. What could go wrong?
Yeah. Let's hope for big numbers. Biggest numbers ever.
Although your sacred, I will say your sacred flambe is a cantrip. You can do that again.
Oh, I can't. Oh my gosh. Today's one of those days.
That's
me.
all right.
I would like to sacred flambe this thing. That's what I really want to do. Can we rewind, pretend like it didn't happen?
Right. What's your
that doesn't seem very great.
Yeah. What's your wisdom modifier?
My let's see here. 0.
That seems weird. No. Sorry. This is you're a warlock.
I mean, it's
no, you're a cleric.
You know, like
what am I doing?
Wisdom 11, but a modifier of 0 to it.
What's your highest stat?
That would be Dex and Strength.
We'll have to talk about that. Figure out why that's the case.
Okay.
It actually is going to dodge out of the way of your sacred flambe. Pretty easily, actually, that time.
Yeah.
The dice decided to not abandon it on its last leg. Anything else? That's your action.
Yeah. Would I be able to make a small fire in between it and us? Would you allow that? Or is that too much of an action?
That's too much of an action. There's nothing really here to burn. And without like a spell.
I mean, I have like incense with me. I've got like little bits of incense.
Yeah.
Mostly for cleansings, but
that's definitely more of an action. Sorry.
Okay. That's okay. That's it then.
Ashran, this thing has fled from you. It's
how far away is it?
30 feet.
I can like walk up to it.
Yeah.
I have a question. So technically I have Armor of Agathis up, which goes off if it attacks me. But since it's a tornado, if I just walk into it, does Armor of Agathis go off?
That is a really good question. So technically, I feel like you could enter its space, but I'll probably have you do a saving throw to do so.
Okay, that's fine. I think
Actually-
just seeing how it's not like responding great
Mhm.
to like the physical attacks, she would just walk into it and set off like the cold damage if she can.
So I will say, while you've been watching this thing for the last few days,
Mhm.
you did see as it would like essentially go over somebody. So you do notice though that it can happen, but you also saw that like the effects of it. So you know that walking into it is dangerous. You could potentially take
Okay.
damage, but that is kind of what you want to happen
Yeah,
because you want the.
because I have I have temporary hit points right now, anyways, so I think I can definitely take at least one hit.
Okay. So instead of a strength saving throw, because this isn't something you're trying to like dodge out of the way of, it's something you're trying to overcome. I'm gonna have you do a athletics check.
Okay. I'm good at that. So let's do flex. Oof.
And you are
I
blessed.
got a 12. Oh, great.
Yay!
Okay. So 16.
All right, so you just walk over to it. Is there anything you say or do, or are you just silently stepping into its space?
As she like steps into the space, like hopefully trying to kill it because she saw that it got like a lot smaller. She just says, "Let no affront go unpunished," and steps into it, and then the cold damage triggers, and it takes 5 cold damage. How much damage do I take going into it?
I'm gonna have you roll 3d8 for me.
Oof. Okay. 13.
So you're gonna take 6.
Okay.
As you step into it, and your armor flares up. Your armor, I guess, just flares up. You can see bits of it crystallize around you. It's floating around. There's like a couple pieces of like this leather pauldron that's kind of skipping across the ground in a circle. Was actually like your fellow cultists. It slowly like freezes and just stops moving, and everything drops to the ground. There's like the soft, almost chiming sound of these frozen bits tinkling as the air ceases moving. And it is no more.
Woohoo. She kind of just like shakes off her hands and walks out and goes, "Well, that's settled then."
Aster's just gonna be like, "That was so beautiful! Oh my gosh! Wow! Are there any tidbits on the ground still? Like any? I don't know that you would."
You see like these bits that have like frost on it. Probably you're guessing from whatever Ashran just did. You've never seen that happen before, but it. Whatever, like, it doesn't seem like any parts of these are its physical being, though. You never saw, because you were seeing bits of it kind of get picked up, and then it would throw off, like, whatever.
Aster's gonna try and get some little shiny bits and bring them up to her and be like, "Hey, look at this! That's so cool!"
All right, so we are having a technical issue where one of our players can't see one of the other players, so let's see if we can get that resolved real quick.
Do you want me to hang up and join the call again?
Why don't we try that first and see if you can see everyone when you do so?
Okay.
And while that's happening, I feel like maybe reacting to this stranger is probably the first thing you're all going to do. I don't know. Does anyone do anything besides that?
All right, now I can see everybody.
Hooray!
Woo!
Yeah, when we were in the fight, I was just listening to the stream. It was Nick's turn.
We're gonna figure this out. Why it's just
I don't know why
problematic.
it hates me.
Yeah.
I think it's just Video Ninja hates me. I don't.
Oh geez, exactly. So as it comes to a rest, Astra's like, "Oh, that was beautiful." There's bits of it that just kind of fall to the ground. What do you all do?
Lemon Zest
So-
stares.
What enclave are you all from?
It's a great question.
That's such a good question. V Enclave.
Right?
V.
Best one.
Who do you report to?
You kind
Oh,
of
that's also a great question.
to be honest. It's just let us do kind of what we want.
Interesting. All right.
Anyone?
We have
Actually, I
Tiamat's
guess-
blessing as long as we praise her.
I guess Frulam Modar
Oh.
was Vestra's frenemy, wasn't she?
Oh.
So I feel like you all know that the split, like this I don't want to call it a faction. The group that is raiding along the Sword Coast is led by Frulam Modar. You would know that. How you think of her is really up to you. You also know there's Langda Drosa, who's her like second in command. So those are names you could throw out there, or
I still like us being our own bosses.
I think as you guys are like basically saying like you don't report to anyone, Ash turned and looking at you so suspiciously, like what the heck is going on?
Aster's just gonna try and change the conversation, like, oh, we just got back, like my parents, and just kind of make it a little nonsensical, where it's just kind of like you don't too many tangents and nothing quite.
Okay.
Oh, we went to go try and sort of save my parents. They got in a long discussion. We left one of our friends there to start a party, but it's all information that's not related to Tiamat. But like you can vaguely tell that we've been involved again and again and again.
Okay.
I feel
And then
like
before that, there was a house, and I mean, we were able to get treasure, but like we're on this other quest.
Brother that you don't like.
I
Is
feel
there
like Asher
anyone-
can insight check this.
Sure. It just also, is there anyone involved in this that I would even know, just only being a part of like Neurovane's stuff, or probably not?
So let's do insight check, and then I'm gonna have you do,
Okay.
depending on how that goes.
17.
Okay, yeah. So
You're
you're
pretty good.
listening. You managed to catch names throughout
Mm-hmm.
this that you do know. You haven't really
Okay.
been directly involved with. You haven't been to the Tower of the Talon, for example, but you know that the cult used to be based out of it back when they like wanted dragons to kill themselves and come back as
Sure.
undead dragons.
Yeah. Yeah.
You caught that. There was something about this tiefling's parents being there, and there was some lady or some person named Vestra. You're not really totally sure what party they were throwing, but
Okay.
yeah, you're not 100% sure. And I feel like you probably heard Frulam, is it Modath or Modar? Frulam Modath. I feel like
That's another
I think it's
worm
Modath.
speaker, right?
she is. I don't think she is a worm speaker.
Is she? Oh no. Okay, never mind.
Hang on, let me double check. I think she's a step below the worm speakers.
Okay. That was Freedar Mopath.
Frulam
Freeland.
and Mondath. M-O-N.
Monda.
She is aware of purple, but she is not
Okay.
a worm speaker.
Got it.
She's under Resmir, who is I think he's the black.
Okay.
The black worm speaker. Yes, Resmir the Black. He's a half black dragon, Sorry, she is a half black dragon. Playing this, I've played this like 3 times, and every time I always go back to Resmir being a dude. I don't know why. Not the case. Anyway, you managed to piece some things together. How you feel about the information that they've given you is completely up to you.
Sure.
It doesn't sound like the organized life that you've been living through as, you know, part of the we'll call it the group, because you're all like within the same cult, but the same group organization. But just being able to run around all willy-nilly is not something that you're used to.
Yeah, I feel like Ashrin has this look of confusion and a dislike of chaos on her face. So then what, you were coming here to speak to the dragon. I was sent to try and bring it into the cult and everything. Is that the same sort of mission you were all on?
I mean, not to bring
More or
them
less.
in exactly, but more or less. Aster's gonna bring out a little thing of candies and just hand them to everybody and offer one to her. Just
What kind of
like,
candies
hey.
are they?
Oh, they're the lemon, like, lemon lozenges that might have like a stress relieving capabilities.
Oh,
Take one, and if it actually has like de-stressing stuff in it, you see like a calmness come over her that she's probably never felt in her entire life. Like her shoulders relax for the first time. Yeah, all right. Do you have any mission you're going on after this? I was going to report back to the Green Worm speaker and report that this dragon is clearly dead or gone or has moved.
I mean, we were looking for treasure to bring back. Just gonna
Yeah,
look around.
I think during this, Lemon Zest is like scouring the area for anything good.
sure. Go ahead and make a investigation check while
It's
conversation.
probably like started dragging Chris into this too.
I want to look for something that would look like, like a lair or like a treasure, like
Sure.
vault or hold.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation as well.
And
As Ashrin clocks you guys like messing around in the dirt and everything, she's going to say, be careful where you dig. The ground here is desecrated somehow.
And also, you're both still blessed. You might as roll roll those d4s.
yeah. Oh, so
D4.
24 total.
Nice.
Awesome. 20.
2020. All right, so as you're looking around, conversations going on, you begin searching around. I will say you notice that the dragons that are here, first of all, their bones, it's not really their bone structure. I feel like even though you've been in the cult your entire lives, as far as the we'll call them the, why don't we go with the three of you, Chris and Aster and Lemon Zest, you are in the Black Worm speaker's purview. So from now on, whenever you're asked that, you can say you're in Resmir's faction or you're under the purview of the Black Worm speaker. There is a black dragon here. It is quite noticeable from its horns. However, its wing structure and all that stuff, you kind of get the idea that it's the black dragon. The other one, you're not completely sure of what it is, even though you've grown up in the cult. I feel like the three of you didn't go to dragon biology and physiology classes, whereas Vestra had. And so you do realize one of the dragons, at least, is not Tyrannaxis. As you were rooting around, who got the 24? That was Chris, right?
Yeah.
Chris finds a device. Seems to be made out of brass and various crystals. It seems broken, but it likely could at least fetch some money or be considered treasure for the Hoard. Are you going to pick it up?
I'm going to pick it up.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick it up for sure.
As you pick it up, there is a sense of lingering magic to it, but it seems like it is broken. It's not functioning. And you get this very gentle sense of a breeze that kind of encases your hand as you pick it up.
Okay. Well,
So
I will tell Lemon Zest this, because Lemon Zest would probably know what that means.
Ooh, yeah, Lemon Zest runs over. Ah, this is so cool.
go ahead and do I'm going to have you do an Arcana check. The artificer nature has been removed from your brain, so we can't call on that.
Yeah. 18.
18, nice.
Oh, still got bless.
Oh,
if I
you
still
do.
got bless.
Nice.
22.
Nice.
You get the feeling it used to do a thing. You're not really sure what its purpose was, but the important part is it used to contain an elemental. You used to use the elemental as like a power source for whatever the thing is that it did.
All right.
It's quite old, and you get the feeling that if this elemental were trapped within this device for a lengthy amount of time, probably would have, one, not been happy upon its release, but also might not have been completely with it any longer. Might have been driven a little mad. And putting two and two together, you realize whatever that thing was probably trapped in here. And when it broke, this is important because magic items don't break very easily. So something broke this either on purpose or by sheer power and released it. That may or may not be important to you. Well, I'm just throwing it out there. And then you also find, just like the two of you searching together with your rolls, you also find bits of cookware that seems to be very nicely made. You find cookbooks that have been like shredded and ripped apart. Spice racks and various like kitchen utensils and such that have just been like obliterated and spread across a large portion of this. And Mick, as far as what Chris finds, you get the feeling that this was at least a part of what might be a larger complex that's like kind of off and buried, the entrances to which are like buried in this collapse. But you also find signs that something very large dug its way through here and caused this collapse. And I don't remember which of you had like either known this from your history rolls or whatever, but I know you talked about it before, that purple worms are not uncommon out here. in the plains of purple dust. They're very large creatures that kind of chew through everything in their way. Looks like something that size moved through here, collapsing this lair.
I mean, do we need to make friends with a large purple worm?
I'd like to see that roll. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Janelle, I'm gonna have Ashrin do either religion or history check, whichever's better for you.
Okay. Religion or history? It's gonna be religion. 13.
And you're also still blessed.
17.
You all with your
feel like-
fours.
Yeah, every time you roll, it's a 4.
That has been the trend.
Yeah, Mick.
Just look, my blesses are just all 4s.
The last 3
You're
bless
welcome.
rolls have been 4s. So, Ashrin, you are looking around as you're having this conversation, and this closest dragon skeleton to you is very blatantly a gold dragon.
Oh, interesting.
Why it's here in this lair, you have no idea. There are bits of like scale still left on it that are kind of hard to tell as they're buried in sand and stuff, but as you're kind of like kicking around, you notice it. You haven't really taken the time to like get close enough to it until now, but it's definitely not a brown dragon.
Okay. I'm gonna go look at the scales and like double check that it's like a gold dragon. And then pocket them because that's interesting information.
Okay.
And then do I see any signs of the purple worm at all? Like, can I do like a survival or something to see if I notice that?
Sure.
Okay. One sec. If I get another 4, that'd be so. What is
my gosh.
happening? This is broken.
The blessed dice of the day.
So it's a 16 survival. She's kind of like looking around because they mentioned that they're after treasure.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ashrin just sort of like kind of casually says to everyone else, if you're looking for treasure, the venom and teeth of a purple worm go for quite a bit. Just an option.
Totally fair.
I'm going to start collecting the teeth.
Well, you don't see a purple worm. You'd have to hunt
No.
that. However,
Yeah, I'm saying like if there's like a hole
Okay.
of where it went,
Right.
Like,
Oh,
as you're looking
That's an
around,
option.
you do realize that there are
I'll pass.
parts that are like mostly buried by like the collapse that might be where a purple worm tunneled through to cause the collapse in general. It's not really something you can easily traverse through without digging it
Okay.
out, but if you spent enough time doing so, you absolutely could. But it looks like a lot of the treasure here aren't necessarily things that you would consider valuable to the Hoard. You have this broken magic item. You all have stolen. Well, sorry, Rezmir's faction has been stealing like pots and pans and stuff. Essentially anything that isn't tied down to throw on top of the treasure wagons. So sure, that might count. But you're not seeing like a hoard that you would expect to see for a dragon. Like there aren't piles of gold and gems and scrolls and stuff, magic items. It's more like this was an elaborate kitchen or something.
is there any even indication that there used to be a hoard here and like maybe it was already looted? Or like there's like not even that?
You haven't seen any sign of other treasure.
Was there even ever a brown dragon? I'm so confused. All right.
I mean, so you weren't in that conversation. You were already here when the others were talking with the dust creature that said that this was Tyrannaxis' lair. So the dust creature knew Tyrannaxis' name, lending credence to that there is a brown dragon out here. But it's definitely not one of these two dead dragons.
Weird.
Weird. And on that sentiment, we're going to call it for this week because it's about that time. And rather than getting into something else and going down that rabbit hole, we'll just wrap it up for next week. We do have a couple minutes, so if anyone has anything that they want to express about their upcoming stuff, now's the time to share it. Anyone have games coming up?
Yeah, tonight on Roll D5, we are playing Fortune Favors, which is a game created by one of our staff, isn't the right? We're one of our team members, Andrew, who is a dear friend of mine who I've known for like a decade.
Nice.
Yeah,
Cool.
and so I'm going to be in that. And then also for tomorrow, I'm going to be in a piratey-themed D&D campaign, Shipwrecks, over on Don't Kill My Character. And then on Friday, over on Entropy Emporium, I am playing a barbarian Warforged for Weird Worlds War in Entropy Emporium. And
That was a lot of W's.
yes.
Nice. Anybody else got stuff coming up?
I'm going to be DMing Fae Dark Eclipse over on my channel tomorrow night. Oh, wait, no, sorry. We're recording tomorrow night. It's actually going to be up on the channel on Friday because it's some scheduling stuff. So Friday night.
Is that on Boss
that will be
Jellybean?
happening. Yes, that is on Boss Jellybean Twitch.
Perfect. I don't know if you can hear my creature starting to
Yeah,
talk
I
over
heard-
here. It's
I
about
heard a
that
grumpy
time,
dog.
right? Hey, this Friday at 6. Let me rephrase that. This Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, because it's 6 my time. We have the season 2 premiere of Daggerheart: The Broken Spine. So tune in for that. Looking forward to playing with that crew again. Knots is ready to get her shenanigans on, so should be a good time. And then Saturday we're going to do a makeup episode of Hunter Bad Blood, which we missed this last Saturday. So join us this coming Saturday at 8 p.m. also for that. It's 8 p.m. Eastern on both nights. And then, hey, we'll see you all back here next Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern for some more Dragon Hoard shenanigans.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks everybody for watching. We're going to do a quick raid over to Catchy Cantrips. As we do so, please hang out and tell them hi when you get there. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next time. Bye.